Well, hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to do an updated 2022 governor's election prediction. This is my second to last governor's prediction. This is very important right now. We are 5 days away from the 2022 general election, the midterm elections, okay? This is one of the most important elections in American history, in our country. This decides whether our country continues to be torn apart, continues to be destroyed by people in Congress, people who are leading their states, and the people in the states. This is very important for many Americans across the broad spectrum. We have to fix common problems in this society, in our country, and it starts at the ballot. It starts when you take that oval and you circle it in with who you believe will uphold your constitutional freedoms and rights. The 2022 governor's prediction, the 2022 governor's election, is one of the most important elections across the country, along with the Senate elections and the House elections. Okay, but right now we face a problem. We face a problem in the Senate, in the House, in the presidency, and across the states. Many people take in consideration that the problem is that our society is broken, that our country needs healing, which is very true. Part of the reason is that we've let things go for too long, unchecked, and things that really have been around for a long time, like voter fraud. And I'm not blaming either party, I'm blaming people. Because people on both parties have caused the true people, the true patriots, and the true people who love this great country. When we used to have one vote, one person. Now you could have one person, 5 votes, one person, 7 votes. This is not right, and anyone who is allowing this to happen should be prosecuted and should be sentenced to a fine or to jail or whatever the cause might be. But we need to use the common judge system in our country. Law and order, common law and order that every other country uses. The United States of America has to use law and order. If you don't have law and order, you don't have a working society. Okay? So there's so many issues that have been caused in under 2 years. And I'm not blaming a particular political party. I'm blaming people in the party. I'm blaming people in both parties for not standing up for what the rights of the people are. And people are fed up. And that's why we're going to see many states decide the balance of power. In the United States Senate, in the United States House of Representatives, you're going to see many governors who got elected in 2018 lose their position as governor in 2023. They're going to serve 4 years, and that's it. Because people are fed up. We need a change in this country. Without further ado, I'm going to start my prediction. Right now, I'm going to do my second to last governor prediction. So sit back, get comfy, and let's get started. For Republican safe states, we have states like Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, Ohio, Iowa, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Alaska. For Democrat safe states, we have the states of California, Hawaii, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Illinois, and that is all. For Republican likely states, we have the states of Florida, Georgia, Wisconsin. Tim Michels is going to win here in Wisconsin. Okay, Tony Evers is the incumbent governor of Wisconsin, and he's a very unpopular Democrat governor. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio. These are three key states that candidates need to win to become president. No Republican candidate for president has ever, in modern history, since George Bush, has ever won the presidency without the state of Ohio. George Bush won Ohio, but not Pennsylvania, nor Michigan or Wisconsin. Both in 2000 and 2004. In 2008, John McCain won none of them. He didn't even win Indiana. That's pretty sad. I mean, you got to be that trash of a candidate to not even win, but I'm not going to get on that. In 2012, Mitt Romney won back Indiana, won back North Carolina. John McCain couldn't even get North Carolina. Okay, I don't even know how he was able to hold on to Arizona, probably because he had representation there, but whatever. And so, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin. Barack Obama held that for 8 years. 2 elections, 2 presidential elections. When Trump came along, he broke that spree. He won Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, okay, in 2016. And in 2020, he was able to hold on to Ohio with 8% of the vote over Joe Biden. When you had Barack Obama holding it with 4 to 5% in 2012, and 4 years later, a Republican candidate picks it up with 8% over the Democratic candidate. That is speaking of change. People were ready for change in 2016. And in 2022, people are ready for change again. So right now, we have the Democrat likely states. Okay? This includes the state of Colorado. All right? Jared Polis is going to win here pretty easily. Also in the state of Minnesota, Tim Walz is going to win here against the Republican candidate. And that's all for the Democrat likely states. And for Republican lean states, this includes the state of Kansas. I think that Derek Schmidt will win against Laura Kelly. Laura Kelly is not that popular in the state of Kansas. She barely won her 2018 gubernatorial election. And she was still in the 40s, so I think that I don't think she'll win again. In the state of Nevada, I think that Joe Lombardo will win here in the state. I think that he'll do very well. I think he'll beat Steve Sisolak in the state, and I think that he'll pick up. I think Republicans will pick up the state of Nevada. And so, with that being said, that wraps up the Republican lean states. Now for Democrat lean states, we have just one state, the state of New York. I think that Kathy Hochul will barely win here against Lee Zeldin. Lee Zeldin is a very popular candidate for governor. He's doing very well in polling. He's doing very well across the state, but I can't see him winning against Kathy Hochul. I mean, New York City is so heavily populated with Democrats and liberals that I just can't see him. I can't see the rest of the state being able to be enough to outperform the Democrats in New York City, and many other counties across the state of New York are very Democratic. So with that being said, I think that Lee Zeldin will do very well, but I just don't see him being able to take it. So with that being said, that is all for for Democrat lean states. And I did forget one Republican lean state, that is the state of Arizona. I think Kari Lake will do very, very well against Katie Hobbs. I think she'll get it by around a 2 to 5 point margin in the state. I think she'll do very well. So with that being said, we're going to move on to Republican tilt states. This includes the state of New Mexico. I think Mark Ronchetti will do very well in the state. The state of Pennsylvania, I think that Mastriano is gonna win against Josh Shapiro. Now, the last prediction I did have Josh Shapiro winning by just a very small margin, around like a 0.25% to 0.1%. But now I've changed this. I put it back into Doug Mastriano's category, around a 0.5 to 0.1% of the vote in the state. In the state of Minnesota, Michigan, state of Michigan, I think that Tudor Dixon will barely win here in the state. I think that she'll do very, very well in the state of Michigan. I think Gretchen Whitmer, she will not win her re-election here. I think she's just too unpopular in the state. And in the state of Oregon, I think Christine Drazan will win here in the state of Oregon. I think she'll do very, very well across the state of Oregon. And the state of Maryland, my home state, a state that I love and cherish, I think Dan Cox will do very well in the state. I think that Wes Moore will lose to Dan Cox in a very, very close race, but in the end, I do think that Dan Cox will come out on top and just barely win here. 0.15% to 0.25%. A very close race, but I do think that he will just barely win here in the state. So with that being said, that is all the Republican tilt states, and we have one state for Democrat tilt states, the state of Maine. I think Janet Mills will barely win her re-election. Paula Page is a great candidate. He's the former governor. He's a very popular former governor. But Democrat incumbent governors do very well in the state of Maine, and I just don't see Paula Page winning. I like Paula Page. He's a very good guy, very good candidate. He stands for a lot of things that I believe in, and I would love to see him back in Maine in the governor's position, but I just can't see it happening. So with that being said, this sums up my second to last 2022 governor's election prediction. I will do one more come November 8th on election day. It'll come out early in the morning, around 9 to 10 in the morning, and I will be live streaming the 2022 midterm elections at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to tune in on that, I'd very much appreciate it. I'll be doing it for pretty much till like around midnight or 1 a.m. whenever people stop watching or results are coming in, and I get tired or whatnot. But it's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be great, and I can't wait to see you guys there. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a single video when I post it or when it comes out. And with that being said, thank you, God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you.